Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Lightweight rowing, rolling right along, heading to Worcester coming up this weekend. And Robby Klanac joins us right now. Robby, first of all, what is it about the state of Ohio that per capita produces the most competitive athletes in the country? It seems like guys from Ohio, gals from Ohio are doing amazing things in athletics. What is it about that state that breeds such quality, man?
I don't know. I mean, as I always said in high school, it's probably something in the water. No, but there's a lot of great competition across all sports in Ohio. I mean, I have a cross country track background, and I remember being some of the most competitive racing I've ever had was in the state of Ohio. So I think there's that just constant competition that just has kept going for years and years.
Before we even talk about the boat, let's talk about competition. Competition seems to mean a lot to you. Academically, you've crushed it here at the Naval Academy, in addition to what you've been able to provide in a boat. Uh, is that competitive drive, where does that come from?
I feel like it's always come from just wanting to use like what I have, my gifts and talents for like, or in the greatest extent possible. So I noticed that I have a pretty good affinity for a lot of athletic things and a lot of academic things. And it was just, let's see if I can take it one step further. Let's see if I can, learn one more thing, take one more stroke harder, whatever it is. It's really kind of been how much more can I do based off of what I believe I'm capable of at the end of the day. Yeah.
What attracted you to submarines?
So I had a really good mentor my plebe year. He was actually a second class on the team. He ended up being valedictorian of the class of 2022, so it works out there as well. But he told me very early on, he's like, you're gonna go subs. I know you are. The my summer trainings I've had, the community is just great. The people that I've met, they're some of the best and brightest that I think the Navy has to offer. And because of that, it really attracted me. I also really like the mission set, right? Like the ability to go out and do things that actually affect national security, even in peacetime, is something that's really just drove me to pursue submarines. And as you probably know, I enjoy learning things. I enjoy academics. I enjoy all that stuff. So the ability to go to nuclear power school and learn all those things also really appealed to me.
Also, I mean, obviously being in the Trident, scholars program, what kind of experience has that been for you as well?
Yeah, so that was probably one of the toughest things I think I've done at the academy. Like most research out there, you have an idea of where it's going to go, and then ends up going in a completely opposite direction or not the direction you really planned on. And that seemed to happen a lot within my research. Through that program, I learned that not only communication with my research advisor and, and those who might be experts in the field. It's okay if things aren't going exactly as I planned, because there's still an end goal that is going to be reasonable in terms of creating meaningful work at the end of the day, and kind of giving myself a little break, but at the same time understanding that I can still contribute to academia in a meaningful way, which is pretty fascinating. As a part of that program, they give you a lot of support. They allow you to pursue your passions, and because of that, it helped me stay focused and motivated through the entire program.
How does a guy with a cross country and track background end up in a boat?
So another person I got to thank, we had a rowing team in my high school. Sadly, didn't row for them, but I had a really good friend who told me that when you go to the Naval Academy, you need to look at their rowing team. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And so I ended up going out for a few of the things plebe year. Again, our plebe summer was a little weird with COVID. We didn't really have a chance to go to the boathouse, experience plebe summer athletics. So I really got my first experience in the beginning of September, which was very interesting. But I loved the competitiveness of it. Like I talked about with cross country track, like some of the best people that I've met in terms of competitiveness, in terms of wanting to be better, were in this sport. And I felt like a lot of those same attributes were held in this team. Another thing, like most people know about the lightweight rowing team, is they also care a lot about everything else at the academy, specifically academics, right? We've done really well as like a team GPA. And I really loved the culture of just wanting to do better in every aspect of that the academy and yard has to offer. On top of that, just the athletic excellence. My plebe year, being able to row in the straight four at the IRAs was something I wasn't expecting, especially as a walk-on. So that was a unique experience that I feel like I've been able to carry with me these past 4 years.
Well, I mean, it kind of cycles back to what you talked about earlier, though. It was a chance to learn something new, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, 100%. It's made me definitely be able to channel what what's the best way to put this? Be able to push myself harder than I think I've ever been able to push myself. And I think, again, that comes from the guys that are on this team, right? Like, the guys in front of you, the guys behind you in a boat, they're going just as hard as you. And so therefore, like, you can't let off. You need to keep going. And everyone is in that boat with the same goal, right? So it's knowing that has allowed me to really accept the learning and all the other intricacies of rowing.
Congratulations on the journey. Congratulations on commissioning week coming up, and best of luck to you and your teammates up in Worcester this weekend. Appreciate the time today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.